Pak Hidayat has celebrated his 57th birthday. He has been working all his life. What's next? Indonesia will face new challenges as the older population becomes relatively more numerous. According to reports from United Nations 2019, people in Asia in their 60s and older expected to be more than double, from about 520 million today to about 1.2 billion by 2050. Pak Hidayat is from Generation X. For Generation X, there's trouble ahead. Workers are going to retire into despair and run out of money. The reality of retirement is starting to sink in. Today, we are going to explore the changing world of retirement. We are now shifting to a lifetime pension to a lifetime work. It's a ticking time bomb waiting to explode. This is a story that we can tell everywhere in Indonesia, but we'll begin here in Jakarta. People in their 50s are getting the word on how to prepare for retirement. Indonesians are not saving enough for retirement. There's a lot of people that are Pak Hidayat's age that are really going to have a very nasty surprise in about the next 10 years, when they will realize how much money they need to maintain their standard of living after they have retired. When you hear the word retirement, you probably don't imagine yourself scrambling to pay your bills during your golden years. Retirement is all some people ever think about, especially some millions of Indonesians set to retire in the next few years. The Gen X and older are finding themselves long on life expectancy with the help of nutrition and medical advancement. Life expectancy in US and across the world, including US and India to name a few, is in an exponential trend higher. It's going to be higher and higher every single year. However, the average Indonesian does not know how long they're going to live their life for. Changes their behavior pattern. It's going to be longer than they thought. It means that you start pushing out your retirement date because you don't have enough money to retire. You must fund your retirement for a longer period of time. Because you have moved your life expectancy another 5 more years, then you need more money to support. How many have you seen somebody at retirement age working in a company? They are there because they have to, aren't they? They are not going to have sufficient money to pay for their predictable expenses, that is, housing, utilities, food, plus the potential catastrophic medical expenses, medical care costs, that might be burdened with things like nursing home. Many is not prepared to face the length of their retirement. But for many today, that's the fate that awaits unless they take steps now to plan. Everybody needs to have an investment strategy. Whether you're 24, starting your first job, or 57, watching the career clock wind down, today is the day you get serious about retirement. Don't give up if you have a late start. Retire with clarity is not an age, it's a financial number. Many people don't look into it seriously until they have passed half their life working, including me. What's next after you have retired and stopped working for people? This is a general timeline which I believe gives a clear picture of how we progress over our lifetime working and living. When you are young and single, below 30 years of age, your life is as happy as ever, without worrying too much about your financial. You get married in your 30 to 35 time frame. Some of you are climbing the career ladder. 35 to 55 is where you start to build a family of your own and you start to worry about your money and future. Some said it's your mid-age crisis. Above 55 and beyond, it's where you get to your retirement age. Are you preparing for it? You even need money for your own funeral. We are getting to live longer than our parents and grandparents. This puts pressure on our financial. When we are young and foolish, we have all the time and energy in the world, but we don't have the money. When we have a family, we still have the energy, and begin to be financially sound, but we are always busy. Lastly, as we get old, we all have the time and money, but lack of energy to pursue our dreams. Traditionally in Asia, it was common for the elder son to take care of their parents. However, this custom has now been broken down and weakened. Although elderly parents fully understand the part of their children cannot support them, it is true that they are still psychologically isolated or lonely. Furthermore, many older people live in poverty. In 2022, more than 15% of the senior Indonesian citizens were found living under the poverty line. One reason for this is that the elderly are traditionally taken care of by their families. Therefore, they don't think about pensions. They don't spend a lot of money on social welfare. In terms of pension, the older people didn't have that. So instead of saving money for themselves, a lot of parents invest everything in their children. They spend all their money. Their children's happiness is their happiness. So they don't really take care of themselves financially. When they are really old, aging and weak, they don't have money to support themselves. Things have changed in many cases now. Older people has become a burden to their children. Here's the retirement checklist for you. Number 1, work out how much income you might need for your retirement. Number 2, work out your likely retirement income. Number 3, access your income options. Number 4, check your position and make a retirement plan. Number 5, what to do next. Number 6, do you have other sources of retirement income? Number 7, budgeting for a change in your lifestyle. Number 8, plan for an exit strategy. Number 9, instill passion in your retirement planning. When you have reached retirement after working and saving for a certain period of time, how much you can withdraw each month so that you can enjoy living on that money and you also not run out of it as long as you continue to live. You can download my Excel file to calculate how much you need to retire via the link under the description box below. Just fill up the ones in colors. What's your current monthly expenses? Your retiring age? Your age now? Life expectancy differs from country to country. Annual inflation rate. Here I put 3%. Annual bank interest rate at 4%. Changes according to location and condition. Others will be automatically calculated from there. The point that I want to highlight is the earlier you save and make wise investment, the more return you'll get in the end. Even though it's not tempting to save right now, that's the biggest an individual can make. The idea of delaying retirement or putting it off altogether, it is not just something that is ruminating in people's mind. It's now semi-official in government's policy. Meanwhile, millions of ordinary Indonesians are facing the crisis of retirement on their own. The options are few. The most important ingredient in growing your investment is time. The earlier you start to save for retirement, the better. The magic of compound effect, letting it to do the magic by investing as earlier as possible. Gen X will be facing a very different kind of retirement life than their parents. The research shows that they might be able to keep the same amount of income relative to what they earn. They can also maintain their middle class lifestyle into retirement. But there is one big difference. The only source of increasing source of income to retirees is from working longer. What is the meaning of retirement if the only way you can live in retirement is to work? The answer is there's no meaning to retirement anymore. It's the end of retirement, a pension curse. If the financial planning is not met, it's going to affect everyone, whether you're hoping to retire in 5 years or 50. So I want to leave you to think about the things that I've said just now. There's a lot to digest here, and I really love your feedback on this topic by leaving a comment below, because I think it's taken lightly by many people. However, it is the most single important topic of the world today. Again here, for those who haven't downloaded the retirement plan, my Excel file, check out the link below under the description box. I've created for you all guys. Hope you like it. And please give me any feedbacks that you guys want me to do for my next video. Choosing an investment is both complicated and risky. Since we don't have a crystal ball, we need to diversify our risks. That's the goal of retirement saving plan. To maintain a stream of income to support you for the rest of your life, including enjoying great food and traveling to your dream place. Most of the food and traveling videos are available in this channel. Check it out guys. Just imagine this. Not only your earned income, which is active, you can have all this, the passive incomes, filling up your resources. Profit income, dividend income, rental income, interest income, capital income, and finally royalty income. However, the next question is, which is hard to predict, how much do you need to live for retirement? Since we are living longer, we do not know how long our money would last. Our future self should be considered alongside with those people. 57 might be a blurry destination in the distance, or something approaching sharply quite soon. However, through planning, luck, or both, many of us can get there in enjoying our own version of successful retirement. When you have retired, what's next? You can be financially prepared, but are you mentally prepared? You can't be watching TV and sleeping the whole day after you have retired. It will make you feel worse and deteriorate faster than ever before. In this video, I had a live conversation with Dr. Amy Friday, a Harvard-trained clinical psychologist, on managing your mental health during your aging and retirement age. It's worth watching. You can check this out, or you can check the card above or the link below. For now, there's no quick fix to the problem. There is no silver bullet to turbocharge the retirement saving, as the workers' salaries remain low and the cost of living is still very high. Your future lies in your own doing and your decision making. If you have enjoyed this video, please don't forget to drop a comment below. Your comments and feedbacks are most valuable to create more videos like this. I see you in my next video. Bye!